Hello everybody, I am John Garner from the Team Association of Model Railroaders Western Division, and I am here to teach you how to build your first model railroad. Welcome everybody to episode 1. This episode's topic is going to be planning your model railroad. Okay, so you guys have chosen to build a model railroad. Where are you going to put it? It can be anywhere from the basement to the playroom to even the bathroom. So the point is that you can build your model railroad anywhere that you want. So, once you've decided where to put your model railroad, what model railroad are you going to model? Okay, so in order to figure out where you're going to model, you need to put your model on a map, such as this one. Let's say United States. United States, but where within? Okay, just to get you guys on the right track, there are many distinct regions within the United States that people model. First, we have New England, the Deep South, the Appalachian Mountains, the plains of the Midwest, the Ozarks, the Southern Deserts, the Rocky Mountains, and the Pacific Coast with a little slice of the Pacific Northwest. For this example, we're going to pick the Rocky Mountains. Let's say, Utah, perhaps. Now we have to find out where within Utah it shall be. Okay, now we need to do something that professional model railroaders call taking your model railroad beyond the basement. Tee-hee-hee. Okay, so what I've done is I went to the local library and I photocopied 3 maps for about 50 cents a copy. So this has allowed me to look at all the railroads before 1900 that were in existence. This particular one right here is of special importance because it's a Rio Grande Western Railway prospector's map, a little pamphlet prospectors took up in the stations. This has little boxes all around it which have names right here which give you all the mining districts in the state. So, to go on a little further and to dig deeper to find where the railroad will go. These two have very good summaries of the Greater Salt Lake area. So let's see, there are several branches and short lines coming off here. There's a car ferry service. Ooh, what's this? The Utah and Nevada Railway. Doesn't look like it ever made it to Nevada. So, let's see, let's find it right here. It stops right by mining district number 23, the Granitesville mining district, right by Tintic, which is a very famous mining town. Okay, let's take a look at this one, which gives us cities around that. Okay, so it terminates at Stockton. We might want to use that town. And then, let's see, other areas include Cedar, Ophir, and St. John. My name is John, so it's natural that I choose St. John. Now, it's okay to bend history if you want. I don't exactly want it going to Cedar or Ophir, so I'm going to make a little one in those mountains right there, a little town, a fictional town. Maybe Irvine. That's a good name. In reality, it takes you months to think of such a good name. This is television. Okay, so let's get our little marker out and mark Irvine right there. There you go, Irvine. So, now what are we going to do? Well, we know that a railroad ends at Stockton. There's a town right by called St. John, and we've created a town called Irvine. Let's connect the dots and make a fictional railway that served all of those areas. Back to our marker. From Stockton to Irvine to St. John and back. So you can very easily do this, and it is a very useful process to figure out where your railroad is going to be. My railroad interchanges with the Utah and Nevada Railway at Stockton, which is very important. So that way I can get different types of traffic on and off the layout with a reason to do so. Okay, now let's go on. Okay, let's look a little deeper into all of this. So we have our little fictional town of Irvine, there's Stockton, and there's St. John. All very, very tiny blips on this map. So let's try and look at where they are. Well, Irvine seems to be, according to the other map, within mining district number 23, the Granitesville mining district. Let's see, St. John happens to be in the foothills, where it's a forested area. And Stockton is in a valley, where it's all flat. Now we have to do a little bit of brainstorming. What would each of the towns produce? Well, obviously, if Irvine is within mining district number 23, it has to have a mine in it. So we'll make Irvine a little town with a mine. Then since St. John is in the foothills where there are plenty of trees, we can say a logging industry or something. So we have a mine, a logging industry. What about Stockton? It's in flatness. It's in Nowheresville. Well, if you live in the Midwest, you certainly know it's in Nowheresville, a whole lot of corn and other farm things. So perhaps within Stockton, there could be a whole bunch of farms or a farming industry or something like that. And also, it appears that St. John is within the middle of the entire valley. That's something. There might be a cannery or a co-op or something there, so that everybody can transport their grain. So, we now have farms, we have co-op and logging industry, and then we have railroad with mine. That is very important because this is now defining what will be at each of the towns and what we will model. Okay, we have defined everything about the railroad that we can. A logging industry, a farming industry, and a mining industry. Now it's time to hit the books. Pull out your favorite magazine, such as Model Railroader Magazine. I highly recommend it. And then a few other historical books that you might find at the library as well, or other places lying around the house. So, it's time to read them, obviously. And then what we're looking for is information on the logging industry, the farming industry, and the mining industry to accurately model them. How would they be modeled? What would they look like? All that stuff. This is going to be very, very important later. So, hit the books, pick your favorites, read them. Okay, we have now looked at where the model railroad will be, both in the house and in the real world. This is the end of this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. Next time, we will look at proper tools for model railroading and bench work. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.